Hello, everybody. Anyway, I've been talking to some people about getting a job and stuff. It's been hard for some people, and so I've kind of been helping some people kind of work through some things. It's been really challenging for some of them. But anyway, wanted to discuss going and getting my hair cut the other day. I had several different pictures to give her to actually for my haircut, and she was like, well, what's this one in here for? And I was like, well, that's the haircut I've always wanted to have, but I haven't been brave enough to get yet. And she goes, girl, you own this haircut. So you can own it, but I'm just not ready for it. And mentally I have to prepare myself for that haircut. And she goes, well, why don't you just get it? Because I'm not ready. So anyway, I was thinking about that and like haircuts and styling, and sometimes when you see someone like after years and years they still have the same haircut or the same look, and that's never happened to me. I don't think I could go that long with the same look. Okay, so anyway, hello Jeff, how are you? So I went back into my archives of my life, so to speak, and straight out of college, I got into technical recruiting, and I was a recruiter. And when they hired me, I had super long hair from like college, down to my waist, okay? And I mean, it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty for college. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Chuck. How's it going? I see a Tiger fan. So anyway, so one day when I walked in, the manager was like, hey, I want to talk to you for a second. And I'm like, okay. He goes, I think you would look better with a professional look. And I was like, okay, so what does that entail? And he goes, well, we think you would look better with shorter hair, more of like a corporate, like executive style look. And I was like, okay, because they thought I was going to kind of like fight the idea. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Robert. And so I was like, okay, because actually I really wanted to move up with that company. And the next position up would have been like a recruiter, like the senior recruiter who trains. And then after that, it was like an account executive over like major accounts. And so, and as in that position, you would make a lot, like a lot more money. And also you got like car allowances, accounts, like corporate accounts that you could, wine and dine your clients on, that sort of thing. So anyway, the next day I came in, I cut all my hair off. I mean, you're talking from like probably 10 inches of hair. And it was a long time since I had, short hair. I mean, I've always had all different kinds of styles, but when your hair gets longer, it's been a longer period of time, you've had a new change. And so everyone in the office was like, oh my God, she cut her hair. And I told my hairdresser, I said, I want the most professional hairstyle you've ever done. And she did. I mean, she did this like stacked look in the back. And I had like, I don't know. She had it like stacked in the back and then long in the front. It was really, I mean, extremely professional. And so I was like, okay. So when I walked in, everyone was like, oh my God, she cut her hair. Oh, what? Now the recruiters were like, because they were like fresh out of college, that sort of thing. But they were like, oh my God, you cut your hair. Why did you do that? And I didn't let anyone know about our conversation with my manager. And I know some people are thinking, oh my God, why did she let her manager do that or what? My manager there was extremely, I mean, until this day, probably one of the most intelligent people I've ever worked with. I mean, and I've worked with a lot of different people. But anyway, you know what happened the next day? After that, I got promoted. I got promoted to senior recruiter. And I started training recruiters. And I had like 12 recruiters. And then, and after they knew I could handle training recruiters, what happened was, you know, I motivated people, trained them, and all that, got them up to speed so they could be independent. But then what happened after they knew I could do that, they were preparing me for the next position. And so they had me out, like getting large accounts with the managers. And I got some really good business. And I really, really think it was due. I was willing, for one, to be more of what they wanted, you know. And I think that's why some people hold jobs longer, because they are doing what their employer's wanting from them, or they have like kind of the self-image that their employer wants. But it did a lot for me. I mean, changing up my hairstyle and doing that. But anyway, I just wanted to tell that story. But I'm still not brave enough to get, and I was thinking, well, I was brave enough then to totally chop off all my hair. So why am I not brave enough to get this one haircut? So anyway, I thought that was a cool story. But what happened was I did do very well getting those accounts and stuff, and they did want to promote me. But that's another different story, and I'm probably not willing to share that right now. But anyway, you guys have an amazing Saturday, and just step outside the box and get a new haircut. Something you've never had before, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.